swept away and drowned in it, like in a horror story.
Yeah. It's just that for the comfort of guests, obviously, and just for the general safety, we don't take kids through at that point. But it's just that area we don't go through. So at the beginning, you may have noticed there was a pathway that went off to the left. If areas are flooded, we just use that pathway to kind of do a U shape and then continue on with the rest of the tour going. Guides do. Not because there's something that makes it incredibly dangerous, but because the soda straws are incredibly fragile. Sometimes they are thinner than a piece of paper. Because they're made of mineral, they need to lose track of where exactly every loose piece of what you are wearing is. Therefore, coming down these stairs, again, make sure to watch your step. They are slick and steep. And in this entire section up ahead, please be very careful to watch.
Iwanan na tayo. Iwan na tayo. Bilis naman itong mga na ito.
It really is. So, this formation here is called a ringstone dam. These are formed one of two ways. For bigger ones like this, these are formed by flowing water depositing minerals in a line and building upwards against the current. For these smaller ones behind it, those are formed by pools of water pushing the minerals to the outer rim. They solidify and build upwards. As the water continues to fill, they continue to build. Now this big one here has got a nickname. We call it the Great Wall of China. The pools of water behind it collectively are nicknamed Looking Glass Lake. And these smaller rivers and dams, while they don't have a nickname, the formations on them, these kind of knobby bulbous formations, are called cave coral. They are formed by water droplets sitting at a fixed point. The minerals solidify into the shape of the droplet and they build outwards layer by layer. You're now welcome to go up and take a look. Just remember not to touch.
What causes the formation again?
Which ones?
All this.
So for the bigger one that right the front and center, that one is formed by flowing water depositing minerals in a line. For the smaller ones behind it, those are formed by pools of water pushing the minerals to the outer rim.
Okay.
This rock here is limestone. It is made of mineral calcite. It was formed about 350 million years ago when Indiana was in an ocean. Creatures in it would build their shells, skeletons, and other hard body parts out of the calcite as well. When they would die, their shells, skeletons, and other hard body parts would break down, and the seawater above would compact it down into rock. Then, over time, the ocean water receded. Underground rivers carved out the open areas of the cave through that rock. A formation started with exposed rock like this on the surface. This rock I keep talking about, it is all limestone. Now, rain falling will mix with the gas from all these decaying plants and animals. That gas is carbon dioxide. When the two mix, it creates a mild acid called carbonic acid. That carbonic acid will make contact with the limestone, dissolve it, and take it down into the cave, where depending on how fast it comes in, we get the different kinds of formations. When we get in there, I'll show you the main three.
Lime rock.
Busy today? Not really. Busy picks up on weekends.
Oh, yeah.
Working weekends, you would
Mahilig mo talaga sa walking na, no? Ha? Mahilig mo sa walking. Buti naman ito, comfortable talaga tong shoes na to eh.
Boots man tong inano ko.
Pero comfortable pa rin yan.
Oo. Mahilig talaga ako sa walking.
1 hour pa naman. Mabuti dala ko ang aking ano, inhaler.
Okay ka lang?
Basta hindi lang mabilis.
Hinihingal ka na?
Ay, hindi pa naman. It's not rain. It's not. There's no sun. Siguro pag sun.
There's no stripes here, right?
There are not. Nope. Too cold for that.
Oh, see.
And
That's why I have a flashlight.
That too, yes.
Scary.
feel the difference in humidity.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so right now we are walking through man-made elements. Creation was started in 1978 and finished in 1979. Right about here is where we started. We came from the inside and we used dynamite. Now, since we used dynamite, that caused vibrations to go through this whole section of the cave. They did, it cracked and broke and covered this formation up. So, this piece here is to extend further out, acting as a bowl holding in water, allowing this to grow. Like I said, the vibrations of the dynamite caused that piece to crack and break, so it fell to the floor along with the water, slowing down this formation's growth, but not completely stopping it. We call this the calcite flower, the cauliflower, or the rock candy.
Right. Take that candy out and break off all your teeth on that.
See, sabi ko sa'yo, there's water.
This whole section was man-made
Only to that point I pointed
Yeah, it looks like a
out
man-made
the
thing.
calcite flower.
for the calcite flower, and all that was pre-existing.
Yep.
You still can take picture without a flash?
Yeah, photos are allowed, just without flash.
Okay.
Or profane rock.
Uy, iniwan.
Oh my god.
You go ahead.
It's almost like a curtain.
Yeah, go ahead. Sige, sige.
Saglit lang.
Oh, what I'm sorry? Draperies. Draperies, yep. Yes, most of these.
Go ahead.
I guess they call these marks on the ceiling scraperies.
Yep. What that is, I'm not actually touching, but what people would do in our earlier tours as a way to sort of guide
Like
themselves,
curtain.
they would drag their fingers along the ceiling. If they started feeling mud, they knew they were going the wrong way because other people dragging their feeling would take away mud. So if they started to feel mud, they knew they weren't going the right place. If they felt less mud, they knew they were.
Aha. There's a way of keeping track of where you are, retracing your steps.
Yep.
It's almost like a subway tunnel.
Mm-hmm. So right here, that is a much better example of what a draper is. Thin and wavy is the best way to describe them.
In wavy. That's where I've heard people refer to draperies as like elephant ear or bacon.
Yep, you have. Quite a few people will call them a lot of different things. The names I've heard, so cave bacon is the most common one, but I also hear people call them bat ears or bat wings. There's the elephant ear, I've heard them be called angel wing. Then there's the curtains, which is kind of very, very similar to drapery. And then one of the less common names I have for them is sometimes people call them Indian leg, because they have the stripes and lines going through.
A little bit.
Yeah, this is one of my designated areas for questions. Does anyone have any questions for me so far?